Hi guys, stay with me. Let's make delicious meat pie. So here is our beef that we'll be using for the meat pie, and our carrot, potato, green beans, which are all clean. And here is our thyme, garlic, ginger, and cunning, and we have here is curry and salt. So let's dive in. Already, I've put my pot on the fire and I add a little bit of oil on it because we are not using a lot of oil, no, just a little. Then I go in with my chopped onion. So I make sure that I fry it for like 2 to 3 minutes, no, like 2 minutes, before adding my um, beef. So I have my beef. At this moment, you make sure that you stir it properly to make sure that everything is well scattered inside so that it will be easy to cook. Then you cover your meat. You allow it to fry or to cook for some time before going in with your spices. So at this time, our meat is a little bit cooked, not actually like 10% cooked. So you stir together. As you are stirring, you make sure that you are trying to break everything, because we don't want it to have this kind of seed. We just want it to be scattered so that it will fit in with our dough. And when you are eating it, all the ingredients will go in properly. So at this time, we are adding our thyme, we are adding the corn, we are adding the garlic, and also with the ginger. Then we go in together again. We add our curry, our salt, and our maggi. So I'll be using um three cube of maggi. Then you mix it properly. You make sure that you stir it together very, very well so that all the spices will combine, because actually we really need our feeling to to be very sweet, to be very delicious. That is why you need to turn it very well. You make sure that you stir it together for like 2 minutes. So what you do here, after finish stirring it together, you make sure that you add a little bit of water to cook at this point, because we are still adding another water to cook it. So you add your water, and here it is boiled, and here we have like 20% cooked or 30% cooked. Then you mix together. After mixing together, the next thing you do, you cover it again to allow it to cook for like 50% cooked. So here our meat is like 50% cooked. Then the next thing I did, I stirred together, because you really need to stir together. Then I added my carrots. First of all, I added that carrot before adding the potato, because carrot is a little bit harder than the potato to be cooked. Then you cover. You cooked for like 2 minutes. Then you come back again. You add your potato. This one is washed and clean and chopped together. You add it together. You mix. You add your green peas. You mix together. You make sure that you mix together very, very well, because we really want all the ingredients we had to penetrate inside the potato to make it so delicious. Then you add your water. Yeah, I think I had 1 cup of water on it inside the beef. Then I added my chopped onion, because we want it so flavor. At this point, I allowed it to cook for like 15 minutes, and here we are. This is what it looks like. Then at this point again, you add a little bit of vegetable oil. Then you mix together properly. Then you covered. You allowed it to cook again. You allowed it to cook again for like another 10 minutes, or another 10 to 15 minutes. So at this point, this is what we have, and our meat is ready. So I'm adding mixed flour with water. This is flour and water. I mixed it together, not that thick. So the way you see the quantity and the quantity, okay. Then you mix together. As you can see, it's thick. As you can see, the mixed flour enabled my sauce to be thick, you know. So you mix it properly because we are going to leave it for another like 2 or 1 minute, to release its thickness a little bit, because what we had is too thick. So as you can see, you cover for 1 minute or 2 minutes on a low heat now. Then here we are. This is what we got here, so our sauce for our meat pie is ready. Then what I did next is for me to, bring it into a clean train. Don't mind, our train is very clean. You mix it in a clean train and spread it, because we need it to be cold, so that it will enable us to fit in for our meat pie, our flour or our dough that we are making. So this is how we prepare our meat stock for the meat pie. So next thing is for me to go in with my flour. I added, this is 1 kilo, although I didn't measure it, but I know I gauge it because it's 1 kilo. At the end of it, I actually ended, doing about 3 kilo of meat pie. I do it for my kids because they really like it. I do it and I store it in the fridge. So guys, here is baking powder and here is sugar. This is 1.5 spoon of sugar. Then I mix together. This time around, you have to mix properly. Actually, I could not use my hand to mix because I wasn't feeling fine too much. So, but at the end, I end up using my hand because the mixer wasn't doing a great job the way I want. Actually end up using my hands to mix. And here I'm using, because we are using 1 kilo, I end up using I think 350 gram of butter. Then I mix together. So if you are still watching, guys, I want to use this opportunity to appreciate all my returning subscribers. And for those who have not yet subscribed, I want to use this means to appreciate you all. Thank you so much. You mean a lot to me, and it is for your own reason I am here. So guys, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please do that. And also, I still want to see you on my comment section. Tell me what you think about this meat pie, because it's so delicious. Really want to try it? If you want to try it, you can go on the comment section, tell me yes, I will try it, because it's really delicious. It's good for you to know how to make your own meat pie, for you not to spend much outside. Just imagine, my kids really like meat pie and I have to do, buy them meat pie every time I go out. It's not really a good idea for me. So you have to learn, how to bake your own meat pie at home in your own comfort zone, and use all the ingredients you really want to use. So let's go back to our meat pie. At this time, so please, before I forget, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Please hit on the subscribe button and subscribe, so whenever I upload a video, you will be the first person know know about it. And don't also forget to like this video, share this video for those who have not yet come across this video. You can share to your loved ones, to your family, so that you can be able to know how easy for you to bake meat pie. You don't need a lot. So at this time, I added 5 eggs because it's 1 kilo. I added 5 eggs, and what I mixed together, and what I did was to add liquid milk. If you don't have liquid milk, you can use water. It is not a problem. You can use cold water. The reason why it's cold water, because here we have our butter. If you use warm water, it will be a kind of so soft, and you end up using a lot of what is it called, a lot of flour. So it is not what we actually need. We need our 1 kilo. So here I am adding cold milk for it to stick my dough. So you mix very well. You make sure you mix properly. And here this is, I am done mixing. You don't need too much of job mixing. You don't need too much of, we are not baking bread, we are baking meat pie, so that when you are biting it, everything will just be going very well in your mouth. It will just be melting, it will just be breaking. When you are eating meat pie now, it's different from when you are eating bread. Bread has this elastic, but meat pie, no. It's just like you are eating what is it called, like this shortbread biscuit, but this is another one. We are eating meat pie. It's like, no, the dough itself, it's so unique. Yeah. So I it's time for me to start cutting our meat pie, sorry, our dough. What I did, I was using this plastic rubber. I really bought, I saw people using it. I said, okay, let me try. I bought my own, you know. I was using it. I wasn't feeling comfortable. I said, oh, I beg, let me remove it and do what I know how to do best. So I placed it on the table, that I use for my meat pie, like that, where it's properly clean. At this time, you have to make sure everywhere you are using is very, very clean, because you are making a food for yourself to eat. So you make sure that you spread it. You saw me doing what I'm doing. You make sure that you spread it very well. At this time, I'm not using the round cut. I'm using this what is it called? I don't know what's the shape of. Please, if you know the shape of this what I'm doing, please drop it on the comment section. For the moment, I can't relate. So this is how I cut it. Then I take out the remaining one. I started, you mix the remaining one together. So, and here is our egg. And this is one egg. You add a little bit of milk on it, because we'll be spreading it on our meat pie after we are done. So here is our meat pie. I've already done like three, and then this is how I do it. So just watch. The reason why you do it like this, because you don't want anything, you don't want any meat to come out, because when it come out, it will not be good. So that is why we didn't add a lot of groundnut oil, because when you add a lot of groundnut oil, you end up, you can't be able to wrap it properly, because the groundnut oil will just be leaking out. It will make the dough so soft, and it will enable the dough not to close its mouth very well, like the way I'm doing it now. It's so easy for me, it doesn't give me any stress. So this is how our meat pie end up. This is so delicious. If you want to try it, please try it, and tell me on the comment section that you did your meat pie. And if you have any good idea of how meat pie is being done, please, I am open to learn. Okay, just drop your comment section. Anything you want to tell me, I need your own opinion on this comment section right now. And here we have a lot of meat pie, sorry, some meat pie which I have already make. And here is our egg. I'm using my brush to brush it, for this brownish color, to give us another beautiful look. So this is what we are doing. And later on, the next thing is for you to on your gas and leave it for like 50 degrees to just warm your gas before setting it. So here I placed my meat pie inside my gas, and what you don't need too much high heat on your meat pie, because when you put too much high heat, it will burn your meat pie. And make sure that you are checking your meat pie time to time. You don't want to burn your meat pie. So I put my meat pie on a heat like 150 degree. 150 degree, and I put it like up and down. I don't know if it's up and down heat. Yes, up and down heat. And here is our round cut. This is how to make your round cut. And what I'm adding, the thick thing that I'm adding, the white stuff that I'm adding, is a flour mixed with water. You need to make it thick so that it can be able to enable you to close the meat pie properly. You don't need too much stress. That is what I'm just doing. It's not something that is so difficult. No, you just follow the way I do it. You will end up making a very wonderful meat pie, a very delicious, from the socks to everything. And our first batch is already done, and here is the second batch. And you see how delicious, how beautiful our meat pie looks. It looks like